Let me just get out my pod track P4.
Oh, let's just get comfy. Hey, can we just ground?
Yep.
Can we just ground?
Yep.
I gotta be honest, like, I'm a real mouth breather.
Are you?
That's the most I've breathed through my nose for quite a while. So thank you for that.
Oh, all good. I recommend the nostril.
Oh, it feels good. I had so many coffees doing my work today, so this is really nice, actually. Thank you for this.
Does coffee make you do more mouth breathing?
Yeah, I pant. It's actually hard to get the coffee in and the panting out. By the way, we were talking about, I agree, AI should only be used for funny things.
Yeah, definitely.
And now I've heard a term for people that use AI too much.
AI's holes?
That's good. That's very good. No, I thought sloppers.
Sloppers, yes.
Because they make AI sloppers.
Yeah, and you chuck it into the trough.
Piggies to
actually, the Instagram Explore feed is the feeding trough, isn't it?
Are you an Instagram feeder rather than a TikToker?
I don't like using TikTok. I made one, but it's too fast. I don't like it.
You're very millennial coded.
I'm on the cusp, right? Because people say that Gen Z starts at 1997, right? Or ish.
Okay.
I was born in December 96, so I actually feel like I bridge the gap. I bridge the two worlds. I feel like
you're a bridger of worlds.
Yeah, they call us zillennials actually.
Well, I guess what I learned from Joel from iGum is that the true test is if you're a fan of the Mint Chicks or not.
I love the Mint Chicks.
Then you're a millennial, apparently.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, I don't know how the youngsters can like find out about them.
Yeah, that's true. I'm old enough to remember people. Like, I'm old enough to remember when no one knew UMO was the guy from the Mint Chicks.
Was Ruben.
But I'm even old enough to remember when nobody knew that Damon Albarn was the Gorillaz.
Oh, yeah.
I remember a time when everyone was like, wow, Gorillaz. Who could this be?
My friend did a voice memo recording of these builders that he heard talking through a wall, and they were on Smoko, and one of the builders was explaining Gorillaz to all the other builders, and he sounded fucking insane. He heard it through the wall because he was talking so loud, and he just and it's like all echoey, and it's just like, yeah, bro, it's just after Blur, and it's just animations, bro, but it's just, and then he laughs, and his laugh is like fucking insane. Because
it would have been great if he'd like. Because there's so much lore with that band as well. If he's like, okay, so yeah, the bassist, he was in prison, and actually the main guy, his name's 3D, and he
was in prison, bro.
They've made a band, dude.
I mean, the Mint Chicks are fucking incredible, but they weren't really around for. They didn't make heaps of music, and honestly, I think. The first two albums.
What do you mean they didn't make heaps of music?
They only made 3 albums, and
they only made 3 albums.
And the first 2 are fucking fantastic, and the third one is not good.
They made 3 albums in a time where you had to actually record in a studio, and well, not really. They were on the cusp.
Yeah, I think they did some stuff in their garage.
I feel like most bands don't record albums anymore. I suppose this is the fact that you guys have done another album is like. Incredible to me.
I think people are doing albums, but now the definition of albums changed, and an album can now just be 7 songs and like 22 minutes. I think that the average is like 30, like an 8-song 30-minute album.
But we all know it's really an EP, don't we?
Yeah.
You can put an album.
I know it's a fucking EP.
We all know it's an EP.
Yeah.
You can just do the electronic music thing and just put out a single not attached to any album every 2 weeks for a year.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just not fun, though, is it? Our album's fun though. Like you just did one.
Yeah, I don't know. Is
it worth it?
It's a big ask to get that many songs up to a like good enough standard that it's all good together in one thing and you put it all out at once. But I mean, that's kind of, I don't know. I think it's kind of fun, but it's a bit of a marathon as well.
It's good to have a deadline.
Yeah, we didn't really have one.
But I mean a deadline in terms of like this should be an album. There's going to be an end to the sausage at some point. It's not just It's not just churned meat for the masses, just to snuffle up in the trough again.
Yeah, hell no. No, this is not slop. We're not slopping.
It's actually it's really good.
Oh,
I haven't seen it.
Thanks.
I sent a voice memo. In fact, I think that's the I was trying to remember when I started knowing you guys. And I, as far as I can remember, I think I just sent an unsolicited voice memo over Instagram when the first album came out or something. And I was like, this is fucking incredible. You guys are fucking incredible. And you were all very kind about it. And I think that's actually when I first started talking to you guys.
Maybe could have been before we came down and played at the Space Academy, which was
it was way
2023. Yeah.
Because I remember hearing one of the first singles, Bodies. Something
Feeling of the Body,
and I remember the end of it, and I'd be like, "Holy shit, this sounds like Modest Mouse."
What?
Like the that ending part sounds like first album Modest Mouse, and I love that album.
When I was 16, I spent quite a lot of time with the first two Modest Mouse albums. More the second one. I haven't really gone back to them. But I used to love them.
That's crazy to me because honestly, I was talking with a friend recently about guitar music in New Zealand, and we were like, who are the guitar heroes of now? And because it's obviously such a different landscape for bands at the moment. They don't. It's not everyone is in a band anymore. They can do a bunch of other stuff. And I brought your name up because I think you play in such a fascinating way.
Really,
and it's so funny talking about that listening to Modest Mouse because I feel like you don't play guitar like Isaac Brock, but there's the same kind of like messy chaos that isn't messy or chaotic.
Yeah, I used to. His playing is a little bit rumpty, which
yes.
Which
it's
I really
a really
like.
good explanation.
And also I read a tweet that said someone said that they reckon that Isaac Brock sings like someone's chasing him with a garden hose.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. I just thought of the like intro to the track one on Lonesome Crowded West where he's like, "For the top of the ocean, yeah, for the bottom of the sky, goddamn, when I can." I probably spiked the audio. I didn't pull back that.
That's right. It's actually got inbuilt compressors.
Oh.
It might even, I think I even just leave the limiter on full time.
Yeah, that's actually good vibes. But yeah, I mean, Dramamine, that song, that's the one that stuck around, I think, for a while. Just and when he does those harmonics and like they're not like pinch harmonics, but like he gets such a big like pitch wobble where it's like.
It's so good.
I don't know how he did that, but I love playing harmonics. I love the sustain of like a big harmonic.
So, yes. Do you? So when I say like I think you play quite uniquely, does that like you're like, yeah, I do, or that seems weird to you? You're like you can kind of see what I'm talking about.
Oh, I definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, but so do you remember when did you kind of have the self-conscious thought of like, oh, I'm kind of playing guitar slightly different or writing different things than other people, or is that just like a thought you've never really had?
When I was 19, because my birthday's right before Christmas.
I'm sorry about that.
No, don't worry about it because for Christmas birthday one year, my uncle and my dad got me an acoustic guitar. It's a Guild M20. It's like a small body. And if on the cover of Nick Drake's second album, Brighter Later, he's holding the Guild M20, which is funny because he never played one on a recording ever. He showed up to the studio where they were shooting the album cover and they were like, oh, you need to have a guitar. And there was one leaning against the wall. And so he's holding a Guild M20 in that photo, but he never recorded with one, and I was a huge Nick Drake fan, but only Pink Moon, only the third album. I have never really listened to the first two. So I haven't really even properly listened to, I've only listened to it maybe once or twice, Bright Later, but I listened to Pink Moon like hundreds of times. So Nick Drake was a huge influence. And then after that, I got really into like John Fahey and Leo Kottke and Michael Hedges as well. And they're just like steel string acoustic, like.
And how are you finding these artists? Like at that time?
At that time, 4chan.
Interesting, right, cool.
Yeah.
On like the music board.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So I was getting really into like finger picking and not really open tunings, but just like alternate tunings. So like not fully open, some open ones, but like just weird ones. And I just so I play a lot of steel string acoustic, and then I also just had like a huge metal phase as well.
What was the band for you? What represents that metal phase for you in a band the most?
Fuck, well, I listen to heaps of I listen to metalcore all the time.
And is metalcore just hardcore metal?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
It's like this, it's become this like the gene pool had become so tiny by the like end of the 2000s, because it was like, it had become this completely derivative thing of just like hardcore punk sort of breakdowns and speed, and then just kind of like metal, death metal kind of heavy low end and like screaming and growling vocals. And then, but also like pop punk singing choruses and shit, like with like synthesizers and shit. So it was like this real hodgepodge, and like completely every single one of these bands sounded the same. They're all completely overproduced, but I just fucking loved all of them. Like there was like, and the heaps of them were Christians as well. Like Norma Jean was a big one. Like The Devil Wears Prada, August Burns Red, Devil Horns to that. Motionless in White, they were really sick. I used to fucking love this fucking band. They're from Yorkshire, I think. They're called Asking Alexandria. Does that name ring a bell?
It does ring a bell.
They went so fucking hard back in the day.
Lara's into that.
So I was like, and I was right. In like year 10, I was trying to get a metalcore band together, and I was writing songs like that, like like chugga chug, like riffing and shit, and pinch harmonics and all that kind of shit. So that's all kind of in there. But I mean, in terms of like coming to what I do in Ringlets, it was when we started. Leith was actually also on guitar,
because he's quite a good guitarist.
Yeah, he's a better guitarist than I am. And we were both playing.
Piece of shit.
and then we had some big COVID lockdowns, and that wasn't really detrimental because we hadn't really properly started, so we didn't have a bunch of shows booked that we like lost, which was so that was chill. But then we got back together after lockdown, and we were all like, yeah, we're all keen to still be a band. And then Leith was just like, oh, like, can I just be the singer now? And I was the singer. And then he was like, can I just be the singer and play no guitar?
Hey, can you stop singing? I kind of want your job.
Yeah. Which was completely fine, because like our previous 3 collaborations musically were together, me and him, in some iterations, other people as well. But I already knew that he was like a fantastic singer, and so I was like, yeah, sure. But then from that point, it was like, oh fuck, now I have to fill this space up where there used to be 2 guitars. Now there's just me. So that's when I started to write. I found a few more weird tunings, some new weird tunings. I didn't invent them, but they're new to me.
Yeah.
So in order to mainly just to like get more strings, to just keep them open and keep them droning, and to create a thicker and more kind of I like really kind of thick textures and like hazy, ambiguous kind of sonics. So I think that's, I mean, but then also trying to sort of do some riffage as well. Actually, a really, really fucking great band from the 90s is called Idaho, and they were usually 2 guitarists, but they played 4-string guitars.
Okay.
Not baritone or anything. They were just like these weird custom like 4-string guitars, and they were like a huge inspiration in terms of like using the guitar for pure atmospherics as well as just like fuzzy like riffs. And they have this beautiful like push and pull of those kinds of things. Lots of feedback. Yeah, they're fucking.
I love a good bit of feedback.
Yeah.
That's really interesting, man. And like, what do you like to have for breakfast?
I've last probably a year and a bit. I've been getting really, really into rye bread, toasting a bit of rye bread.
In a toaster or in the oven?
In a toaster.
Yeah.
Vegemite.
Do you just
butter.
do the same breakfast like most days?
I like slight variation.
How do you vary on the rye bread? And did you say Vegemite?
Yeah, usually Vegemite.
You just switch it to Marmite sometimes?
Nah, I'm not really into Marmite at the moment. Just Vegemite. But sometimes peanut butter. Sometimes
Hell yeah.
Sometimes Vegemite and peanut butter, which some people think is a bit weird, but I like it. I like a savory breakfast. That's the precedent.
I don't think that's too weird. Sometimes if I'm having peanut butter, I like to put a little bit of soy sauce on my peanut butter on bread.
Oh yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's good shit.
Actually, this is so relevant. Because tomorrow night we're going down to Port Chalmers and we're playing at the Pioneer Hall, and we were going to do a ticketed show, but then it was the same night as Liam Clune's birthday / leaving party, because he's moving to Edinburgh, I think.
Beautiful.
And so him leaving Dunedin is like quite a cultural event. So we were going to play that night, but that would be our entire audience at his party in the port.
Goes, yeah.
So now instead we're just going to play at his party. And one time Night Lunch came up and stayed at my house in 2022 because they had some free studio time at Roundhead.
Oh yes.
And so in the morning, Clune put down some Vogels and toasted that Vogels, and then he buttered it, marmited it, and then he just put just like 2 turns of freshly cracked black pepper on top of the Marmite.
Damn.
And I was like, pepper on the Marmite. And he just went, oh, just adds another savory note. I just thought that was so weird, but now I just do it automatically. I put it on I put the pepper on the Vegemite now, and it just adds like this one little bit.
Yeah, I find that people often under-season almost all of their meals in cooking. Honestly, you've got to season it at different stages of the cooking as well. You can't just put the salt in at the end.
No. Yeah.
Anyway, I suppose we should ask one question about the new album, which is really good.
Thanks.
And the only one of the main questions that came to my head was when people do second albums or follow-up albums, I usually find it's kind of in some ways a reaction to the first, the one that had just come out. And like you're just like either there's a part of what you did before that you're kind of sick of, or you're bored of, or you're whatever, and you want to move into something interesting. What was like the thing in the first album that you were like, I don't want to do that same thing again, I want to do something new? And what was the thing in the new album that you were the most excited by that felt the newest? It could be anything. It could be the recording side of it, could be the writing side of it, could be like the release side of it. Like, yeah, just your experience as part of a professional band.
To me, it seems like we were kind of doing the same thing almost, but just better. And I think that the way that shows up is that pretty much half, or maybe a bit more than half, of the first album were songs that I had already written, with words that I'd already written, and then but then the other half is stuff that we'd made together as a unit. And the last song that we'd finished writing on the debut album was "I Used to Paint," and it's also the best song on the album, which is why we made it track 1. So that one "I Used to Paint" sort of is the kind of like, okay, yeah, this is, we're doing a good thing now, let's keep going.
Right.
So
it was like a bridge song to like, okay, cool, we'll do more of this.
Yeah,
Oh, interesting.
so all of the second album is very like well, actually at the end of last year I thought that I had a feeling that the theme for 2025 was going to be well seasoned. And the first Ringlets album was like we were like processing the ingredients and getting them into the pot. But the second album is like we've got the ingredients and now we're like reducing it, and it's like now it's like now it's like it's cooking down. So I think it feels like I don't think there was much of a reaction against the first, but it was just like let's just make a better one.
Yeah, but I think that is the reaction, right? It's like let's
probably
distill it into the best version of this.
Yeah,
because obviously bands chaotic starts, and then you're writing a whole bunch of songs, and then you write a handful of songs to replace the original songs, and it can be a bit messy. So I totally get it. Oh, it's really cool, man. And how are you feeling having it out in the world?
Oh, it's great to have it out. It took a long time to finish, so
like mix, like production wise,
It's like the 80-20 rule.
Do you guys argue about like which part of the process do you as a band like have the biggest differences of opinions on? Is it the writing stage or the recording stage or the production stage or like the release stage?
I think writing it was really easy and it was pretty unanimous most of the way. I think maybe we butted heads a few times in the studio. Recording can be pretty stressful. But writing, I remember when the songs were coming together, and I remember just feeling like, fuck, this is great, and everyone knows what it is. Like no one's going, no, there should be like a 4-minute outro of like noise, and we weren't trying to. No one was trying to like make it into their thing.
You're a proper band at that point.
Yeah, it was pretty bandy.
So bandy, dude.
Bandy, yeah.
Yeah, bands are cool. They can be frustrating sometimes, but they're pretty cool guys.
They're harder to manipulate and coerce than a solo artist.
Yeah, it's true. Hey, how was the Vintage Guitar Studios set?
Oh, that was heaps of fun.
Was the guitar nice? They always look so nice.
Yeah, it was beautiful. The 1951 Brazilian rosewood Martin D28 that I picked.
Are you like afraid to? Because how much do you think that thing costs?
The price tag said $26,000. 26 bands.
Oh my god! I would just be like, I'd get so self-conscious of it. And you did so well because that song looked hard to play that you played.
It is hard to play. Yeah.
Yeah.
I practiced it like 20 times the 2 days before.
What's the song called again?
We Summoned Him.
Cool. Is it out?
Yeah, I put it out on a solo album in 2021.
On Bandcamp and
and all streaming.
All the streaming.
Yeah.
How do you do? Where do you listen to music? Because everyone at the moment is just like trying to find a different thing other than Spotify. yeah. Which is a complicated thing when you're in the music industry. It's like...
Yeah, exactly.
I just get around it by being on my mum's family plan. So I'm like, well, I'm not paying. I mean, it's already... My mum's going to keep being on it because she doesn't... she's real pro-war. She doesn't care. No, she doesn't watch... I hope she doesn't listen to this podcast. That's not true. So I just kind of... I feel like I'm not giving them money. It's already being paid. I can jump on. I feel a little bit... But, yeah... It's hard. Everyone's trying to find a new... And Tidal isn't cool.
Yeah. Well, in my teenage years when I used to go on the music board on 4chan every day, I would torrent and I would download entire discographies, and I had like a album collection in my iTunes. Like everything was a full album with like the high definition album art, and all the metadata was like... I just made it so neat and tidy, and it was like my record collection in iTunes. I usually went for like 320 bitrate, or VO is good as well.
What happened to it, man? Is it still there?
I think the hard drive. I think the computer fucked out. But then in 2020, that was when I moved on to Spotify, and I really enjoyed Spotify. But yeah, now I don't use it anymore because of fucking Daniel Ek.
Just
being
bring
a cunt.
yeah. Just
But now I just don't listen to music. I don't have it.
yeah. Yeah.
I have the Awning album downloaded onto the
Damn.
files on my phone. So I just listen.
How good
I
was
just
that show?
It's so fucking good.
Being
yeah.
there at public, so I was like, I would look across because you were, you're a relatively tall individual anyway, but you were standing also on. We were both kind of elevated above people.
Yeah,
I just remember looking at you, and you just had this look on your face of like, yeah, that's how I feel inside as well watching this.
Yeah.
He's Christian. I mean, they're all great, but it's very easy to be like Christian's a bit of a genius.
Yeah.
The way he plays, oh my god, yeah, beautiful. I don't get jealous. I'm not jealous, but like that's definitely a band I'm like, oh fuck, I wish I wrote some of those songs.
Yeah.
They're so good.
I also love just the tiny pleasant surprise of like someone that plays left-handed. It's just like a nice little change, you know. Because I'm trying to imagine like, fuck, I can't do that.
No, dude, I had my first guitar lesson on Monday. And I'm opening for your band tonight. So. Thanks for having us. And it was a bizarre, surreal experience.
Are you a lefty?
No.
Oh yeah.
Well, I use my left hand on the fretboard.
Good. That's a start.
I bowl right. Cricket is a good one. I bowl right-handed, but I bat left-handed. But I always felt that made sense to me because when you're batting left-handed, you're driving with your right, and you're hooking with your right. So I don't understand. That doesn't feel anyway. It was a bizarre, surreal experience to like. I kind of started guitar when I was 12, learnt power chords, and said, yeah, that's enough for me. Which explains two cartoons, really.
That's how it's done. That's how you do it.
Totally. And so, but now I'm like, I'm in this new band. I want to try and like, I've got to learn how to play more than just a power chord. And it's a bizarre experience having like played guitar for 15 years, and they're like, cool, now you're going to play like a D in like second position.
A D sus9.
And my pinky's like, doesn't know where to go.
Oh.
And my brain is like, I know how to play guitar. And my hand's like, do you? You know, do you really? Yeah, interesting. Hey, I think I've got to go to soundcheck.
Yeah, I think you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm really excited to see you guys play tonight.
Thanks. Same.
You were great at Junk. That's actually something I did want to say. Were you guys not concerned? Is not the right word. Were you guys like surprised by everyone bouncing up and down and like being like a crazy pop gig at Junk, or you didn't notice that?
A friend of mine did come and he hadn't seen us before, I think, and he was like, man, everyone was like shouting the words.
It was mental. It was, and I was like, I would be like so blown away by that.
Yeah. It was good, and I think that I think we had been quite a while before. We hadn't played in a little while.
Yeah.
But it went really well.
Because, and, you know, most gigs that bands like you guys play at, I'm sure people kind of stand there looking cool and nod along a lot, which I do at gigs as well.
Yeah, I do that.
So you can't really complain about it because we're the ones doing that. But it was mental. It was so cool. I was so happy for you guys because you do make bangers, but cool bangers, you know.
Fuck
anyway,
yeah.
do you have any shout outs you want to do at the end of the podcast? What do you think of the bed? Is this your bed tonight? Have you claimed a bed tonight?
I actually picked that one in the corner.
The single over there?
No. There's a double one behind the shelves.
Oh, you got a nice little nook for
I got
yourself.
a nook. I'm always nooking it. Nooking hard.